I'm always evaluating where I'm at compared to the last week, because that's how I kind of compare. How am I doing compared to last week? Have I gotten worse or is it better? At the end of July 2017, I started experiencing body aches, fevers and shivers in my body. We decided that we'll go to the GP and just get it checked. And I think the next day at about 8 o'clock in the night, the GP gave me a call and said, you have a very severe blood infection, and can you please see me first thing in the morning at 7:30? It was a completely new experience for us. I've never been in a hospital before. Going from there to staying at the hospital for the next 2.5 weeks, because we didn't know what was happening as well. So all I knew was that I was in pain. So there's pain in weird spots, like my joint was hurting and I have a fever, and my back's spasming and my lower back hurts. And the next day my joint feels very normal. My lower back seems fine, but I have really high fevers.
The start of 2018, he had received a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis after a couple of different tries at a few different diagnoses, but this is the one that they felt fitted the most. The typical treatment for arthritis was not working on him, but you needed to stay on it for at least 6 months to give it a good opportunity to work or not work. So he was getting worse during that time. In all of that, I learned a lot of lessons about God's father heart for us. We went out for dinner one night and Prabhu was reflecting on how he'd been going. And I remember him distinctly saying, "Gee, Claire, I've got nothing to complain about. We are so blessed." And I remember thinking, but you can't tie your shoelaces. You need help sometimes drinking a glass of water.
So in the natural, everything was going wrong. So I was in a lot of pain. All our dreams are on hold. We've started a business, so we had to stop it because the cook's not well. And everything was going against what we kind of planned or how we hoped things would go.
You weren't able to do anything, but God was just covering him.
He's actually graced us both to actually go through this. I've experienced peace and joy like I've never experienced before through this process.
I think our expectation has been, God, sometimes, if he wants to, or for whatever reason, there'll be an instant improvement, an instant miracle. And sometimes it'll be a process. All of it's okay.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Prabhu just walking down our hallway one day, and he was kind of walking a bit lopsided, and I said, what are you doing? Why are you walking like that? And he said, "Claire, haven't you noticed yet? My legs are different sizes now. Because of the damage done to my hip from the arthritis and from being on the wrong medication for that 6 months, there was a lot of damage done. And now it's caused my legs to be different lengths." And I thought, someone will pray for that and you'll be healed. When Pastor Corey was giving the message on miracles are normal, the first miracle he ever saw as a child was someone's legs growing. And I thought, someone's going to pray for his leg and it's going to be healed. And I start telling Prabhu and Jerry and Caleb about this story. The boys said, "Well, we can't just leave it there. We need to pray for you." First time they prayed, he didn't feel anything, nothing, and they were still different. "No problem, we'll pray again." The guys prayed again. We looked after praying and his legs were straight.
If I'm standing on the leg that's damaged, you could see the other leg is bent. You could see the bend in my knee. But now they look almost straight. It's almost like there's no difference. It's incredible.
Now that Prabhu's better, he's back playing the bass guitar on team, he's back working full time, he's back able to cook and do things that he loves to do. We're able to say thank you to all of our friends and family who've been there for us over this time.
When I look back, God's been with us every step of the way. And from 2019 onwards, things have really stepped up, things that we haven't done for 2 years, and God's just done in an instant.
A couple of the things that we had on our goals that we'd love to achieve have just happened in the last 3 months without us even trying. They've literally been handed to us. And we talked a lot about having kids as well. last year because some of the medication that he was on was not healthy for a developing baby, whatever. So they are conversations that we had to have last year, and it was, yeah, we'd love to be parents one day, but it's not now. We need to get you healthy. And so something that has just overwhelmed us this year is that in the first 3 months of the year we've gotten pregnant, and now we're in our second trimester, and it's just, what?
It's awesome.
And we're really excited for what's to come. You know, we know He's not finished yet, and we just can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah.